Hey everybody, what is up, and welcome back to Phantom Forces. So this is going to be our little kind of gun video, so I'm going to show you guys some of the weapons that I use and how to use them, the best attachments. So first let's start with our assault rifles. I will do all of the assault rifles in one video. I'll show you guys a little bit of gameplay with them, and then we'll move to our battle, then the carbine, then the shotgun, then we'll probably move over to the PDWs, the DMRs, and then the LMGs, and then last but not least, the sniper rifles. Alright, so first I'm going to start off with the ASVAL. This is probably one of the earliest and best weapons that you can ever get your hands on. If we click on our attachments here, sorry about this, it always seems to do this, but if we click on our attachments here, I'm using a Cobra sight, which is a really high level sight for it. But as you guys can see, even though that my accuracy isn't good, my hip accuracy is to the max. And with this gun, I mainly use it for hip accuracy. For the underbarrel, I use vertical grip, but I would also suggest trying to take a look at the vertical or at the angle grip, or even maybe the stubby grip, because the stubby grip is one of the best grips that you can get your hands on. There is also extended magazine on this, which I actually never got a chance to get because I never played enough with this gun and I went straight into some other guns. So with all of the attachments off, you can see that the accuracy is just under like maybe a quarter or something. Then the hip accuracy is probably 3/4 full, and the sighted accuracy is probably 1/3 of a way full. So I'm going to show you guys just some quick little gameplay here with it, with all of the things off. And it looks like we're playing some nice team TDM. So you guys can see it does shoot really quickly. It's got some nice night sights on it, which is very handy. Alright, so that was it without any attachments. I got 3 kills quite quickly. It's one of these weapons that you can get really early on, and you can kill pretty quickly with it. The only problem though with it is that it doesn't have all of the ammo capacity as I would like. So with putting on the green laser, let's try putting on the stubby grip. There's no barrel attachment since it's already internally suppressed. And we'll put on our Cobra sight, because I like to use this one kind of close to middle range. So let's spot that guy. Let's see if we can get him. So this does have 21 rounds in it. If you do put in that, if you reload a second time with ammo in the magazine, which is good and great. But although my one problem with it is that it does not have the ammo capacity, like I would love it to have 30 or so rounds in it. That would probably be the most optimized. Alright, but you guys saw there, see I'm almost out of ammo already. So if you guys miss, you basically kind of miss, and because it shoots at 900 RPM, you know, it goes out of ammo quite quickly. But you can also press V and you can go into semi, which then once you do it like that, it's basically the VSS, which is, so I'll just switch it back to auto because there's that guy. Alright, we have maybe one more mag. Oh, we got a little bit more ammo. The good thing from this is it can pick up ammo from any of the AKs, the VSS, or any 7.62 style weapon, which are very common, especially if you're going against people with the AN-94 or the AK-12, because those are some of the earliest level weapons that you can get. As you guys can see here, they are. So you have 3 weapons here that use all the same ammo. You've got the AK-12, which is the first assault rifle that you got. Then you got the AN-94, which is level 10. So I used the AN-94 kind of early on, but I didn't like it because of its burst to auto ratio. You guys can see that it shoots much faster in burst than it does in auto, but the burst on this weapon is very odd. I do not care for it, and I don't really love it. So the next assault rifle that I love to use is the Scar L. So we're going to hop in here, and I will show you guys with it, with all my attachments. So I use the detector, the gun detector on it, and you just kind of tap your little aimer, or your aimer mouse, the right mouse button, and it's more handy on the Scar H or the Scar Heavy than the Scar L or Scar Light, and that's just because the Scar Light takes a lot more ammo to kill. Bam. The problem with the Scar L is that it doesn't have as many guns that use the same ammo as it. Bam. Alright, he got me. So that was it with all the attachments that I have on it. Now if we do go to our weapon loadout and attachments, I think, oh, I didn't have the stubby grip unlocked. That was right. I was gonna get that, but I didn't. If you guys get the stubby grip, that really helps on your accuracy for the ballistic tracker. So with this, I'm using the Coyote sight for a nice close sight. I highly suggest not using the PKAs, the VOG or VCOG, or the ACOG sights, just because it's hard to use the ballistic tracker with a very zoomed in sight. This can really pick off accuracy from anywhere, and I highly recommend it. So as you guys can see, I use compensator on this weapon because the compensator helps everything else work. It's a good idea to use those. The other option that you have is using the PBS-4 suppressor. This is the best suppressor that you can get in the game, and it works on certain guns, and this is one of the guns that it works well with. So you can do the ballistics tracker, or I would just do with green laser. Those are your two options. Now the reason why I chose the ballistic tracker really early on was because that was the first gun that I really started getting kills with. This is one of the best guns that you can easily get, and it's probably one of the most accurate. And I can show you guys with the standard sights here how good it is. And with it, it's got nice white sights around it, which is heavily accurate and it's very nice to use. And we can kind of just move around. We can do whatever we need to. It's you move quite fast with it, and it uses 5.56 ammo, which is kind of abundant, but also not. It's not as abundant as the AK family, the Asvale, and the VSS family. Alright, let's continue pushing onwards. So I always suggest, it's kind of like what I tell you guys in my strategy videos, is always be searching. Dang. So that guy is using the Scar Heavy. Now that is a battle rifle, and I will show you guys that later. It uses a .308 caliber round, and it's a little bit better. So I'm going to play one more time with this, see if I can do a little bit better. I haven't played with this weapon in a little bit. I typically don't use it, but every once in a while I'll use it. Okay, well now if we go back to my attachments that I was showing you guys with, so if we tap our weapon loadout, our attachments, our Coyote sight, and then if we use our compensator, our angled grip, and then our ballistics tracker. Alright, let's continue pushing onwards. So we're just gonna kind of sight in. You never know where these guys could be. Bam. So I kind of saw his little triangle as he's moving through there, which is an awesome thing. Okay, it looks like there might be a few people, so I suggest just throwing grenades. Let's continue pushing on. So if you guys aim for that triangle, that'll get you a guaranteed headshot. And because there's bullet drop, it's really good to use this. So we're just gonna kind of hide behind this little pillar here. Alright. Perfect timing. The M4 is one of my favorite carbines to use because it's very accurate. Alright, so the AUGs, I don't use the AUG A1. It is a little bit slow and not very good for my liking. The M16A4, I don't use it because it is a burst or a semi-auto rifle, and it's okay, but I would just prefer to use the M16A3. Now the thing with the G36C is it's got that standard sight in it, which I don't really love because it's kind of more of a point and shoot gun, which I don't really love. So, and it also only has 750 RPM, so I prefer to use this M16. Now for the attachments, I don't use optics on it because it is a good standard sight weapon. For the barrel, I use a compensator, that way I can shoot people at long distances. For underbarrel, I either use vertical grip or angled grip, depends on the map. Sometimes I use stubby grip, but most likely it's vertical grip. If I ever use stubby grip, it's because I am using either the reflex, the comp aim point, or the PKA-S. Once I unlock the ACOG scope, I might use the stubby grip for that, but otherwise I'm not going to use that. So for the other category, I use a green laser. I don't use anything else. Canned iron sights can work. I prefer not to use iron sights for anything like that. The laser isn't as good, so I just prefer to use the green laser. Let's hop into combat with this gun. Aw, man. I was trying to shoot my deagle real quick. So I suggest whenever you are using a heavy weapon to use a quick weapon, like either a full auto or a quick little, or the Glock 17 or the M1911 or the M9. Whenever you have a heavy weapon, use a light weapon. Whenever you have a light primary weapon, use a heavy weapon. So like a deagle, like the Magnum, like the Subaru shotgun, like the SFG 50. That's what I highly suggest and highly recommend. That's going to get you guys a little bit better weaponry and the ability to kill people at whatever range you need, and the ability to kill whoever you need to. Okay, so that was our attachments for the first wave. Alright, let's hop into our no attachments. So we take off our compensator, our vertical grip, our green laser, and let's hop into this. So this is it without any accuracy. It's a little kind of jiggly, not very accurate, not too good, but it's good to use early on if you guys unlock it. So the awesome thing with this gun is even though that it shoots super fast, it is super accurate at long distances. It's got a nice tight spread on it, so it doesn't jiggle around too much. But it will move around if you don't have all the attachments on it. This guy with his M4, he's kind of wrecking me right now. So also on my other attachments, I'm gonna just show you how I use it. Otherwise, so we're gonna go our stubby, we're gonna use our compensator and our green laser. So this is else how I use it. If I'm doing long distances, I might turn it to semi, depending on what or who I am shooting. Like that guy way back there, you guys can see my few little bullets on him. So he almost killed me with the MP. Oh, hey, don't want that. Alright, let's go to full auto here. Alright, we're at max capacity. And let's see if this guy... Nope, he's not here anymore. Bam, we got him. That did take a whole mag because I was a little inaccurate, which oftentimes never happens to me. Alright, there were a few guys over there. Bam, got a few more people. That coyote sight, I suggest using the coyote sight, the cobra sight, or the red dot if you guys are wanting to use the ballistics tracker. Those are going to be the best for ever pulsing or doing anything of that sort. Alright, we just got a case key. That's whatever. So that was the M16. So currently on our weapons, we've gone over the ASVAL, the SCAR L, and then the M16A3. The AUG A2 I never used just because I didn't quite need to use that AUG because I was already using the M16. But after I got that, I went straight to the FAMAS. The FAMAS here is one of my favorite weapons. For the attachments, I use the PKA, or I use the PKA-S. The only problem that I didn't like with this is it was that part, which I was hoping that they would fix, but they never fully did, so I just used this sight. For other, I used the green laser. For underbarrel, I used the vertical grip. I did try out the stubby grip, but I didn't quite care for it. It was a little kind of too good for me, too accurate, but I decided to just stick with what I had. So I'm going to show you guys with all my full attachments how to do this. I will try to get this hill real quick for you guys, but then that'll be it. Let's throw a few grenades out there, just see if we can get a few kills. And we're going to throw one straight back there. Alright, so the main thing on this map, as you guys will see on my other one, is just try to go and grab C as quickly and as quietly as you can. So this gun you guys saw, it did take all of those bullets to get them at range. If I was probably using semi-auto, or if I was using a different, or if I was a little bit more accurate, I would probably have been able to kill them a little bit quicker. Alright, we got this nice little hill here. Oh, he dropped down, which was a little bit too fast for me. He was using the AN, which I didn't really love. So let's go back into our attachments. You guys saw me kind of own a few people without any, or with attachments on, so we don't have any attachments. Nice. All right. Let's press onwards. So the sights on this gun, since the update, they've made the sights on it too tight for me. It's too bright, it's too much. I don't really like it. It's hard to see, it's hard to deal with. You can still kill pretty quickly with it. You can still aim in fast at good relative speed. But I just wish that it was a little bit smaller, that way you could actually see it. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're kind of dominating. I'm going to... There's a guy. Let's hop right up. Nope, we got him. Alright. Let's just rush A, and we shall try to do our best, but I don't think that we can. Apparently. Oh, yeah. Okay, he got me. That's perfect. The G36C, it's another one that I kind of use, kind of don't. So that was all of my attachments for this. I'm like the vertical grip. Sometimes I'll use the angled grip. It depends on what situation I'm at. Angled grip is good for, or is better for range. The green laser is great for accuracy from the hip. The compensator is good for distance, and finally the PKA is best for kind of a mid to long range to also kind of small. Alright, so the AK-47, I have barely used this, but I've learned to kind of love it. Now I am using a heavy gun with a heavy sidearm. Now the problem with this gun is that it is very hard to control, like super hard. I don't have that many attachments on it, but I will probably be coming soon with more gunfights with this gun, because although this gun doesn't have that much accuracy, it's an amazing gun. It can kill quickly, it can attack quite nicely. It's a very accurate weapon, and I highly recommend it. Alright, so this is with all of my attachments. You guys just saw me get a nice little 3-piece. As you guys can see, I'm not really even playing the game. I'm more of showing you guys the game, and I am owning. I'm better than anybody on the enemy team, and I'm... Oh, hey. Let's hop up. So nobody's up on this level, but that means that they're just up on the next level, and that means that we can just... Bam! Alright, we got a few of them. They're all up there, but whatever. Alright, so if we go back to our attachments, and you guys can see I have basically weapon skins for all of these. So for our attachments, I'm using the Z point because that's kind of the most accurate. I'm not using a barrel. I am using the vertical grip. The laser didn't really do anything for me, and then this laser didn't obviously do anything for me. So, oh, we didn't take off our Z point. So I will show you guys how bad the accuracy is with this if you don't have anything. Man, I'm very upset with my team. I don't understand how we lost 2 objectives in the single few 10 seconds or however long we were gone. Alright, well, we won. We're gonna do GG there. Okay, and if you guys notice, I am at like a 2.0 KD ratio, which is awesome. So, a uniform case, we'll use that later. So you guys can see that I'm at a 2 KD ratio. You guys can run that, and it might be a little bit higher, or whatever. So the AK-47 is an okay gun. It's very strong. Look, 42 to 30 for its distance. Like, that's awesome. So obviously it'll be nice. I'll have to do a little bit more gameplay for you guys to show you guys how much better obviously some of these attachments are, and the Cobra sight will probably be pretty good on it, or the PKA-S, maybe even this one. So that's the AK-47 currently for me. So then here is the AUG A3. So for the attachments on it, I've got the PKA-S for the sight. I sometimes will run the Cobra sight, depends on the map. If it's KD on a small map or anything, I'll use the Cobra sight, but otherwise I'm just going to continue using this. So I use the angle grip, sometimes I'll use the stubby grip, depends on where I'm at or what game I'm playing. Vertical grip is not a good attachment for this unless you're a big hipfire person. And then obviously I use the green laser. So this is a level 52 weapon. You know, that's a high up there type gun. So this is a good one to run with the Desert Eagle or another heavy pistol. You got him first. That was perfect for him. Alright, let's continuously head out and let's see if we can find a few people to kill. We're probably getting C right now. And oftentimes when they're getting C, they don't expect you to come through this door. They're not up here. Alright, well, we can still grab this. It seems like a few of them are in, but we're not seeing any of them, which is very unfortunate. We saw one guy, and then we never saw them again. It's kind of like a ghost town here. So this is a good one for a long-distance rifle, especially ARs or any guns like this. This is kind of a in-between of an SMG and a AR, which is perfect if you guys like SMGs, but you guys need the distance of an assault rifle. Alright, let's continue pressing on. This, the problem with the AUGs though, that I decided to switch kind of more away from, is that it has a terrible reload rate. 3 seconds? Are you kidding me? Like, that's not at all good. So that's why I switched away from it. The M16 has a amazing reload rate. Like, it's just 1, 2, and done. While this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. You know, and it's very hard to reference how many shots you've done and how accurate this weapon is. So that's the one reason why I kind of switched away from this gun. Although it is an amazing gun, I don't quite care for it as much as I did. Alright. Let's see if we can get this guy. Nope. Somebody got him for me. Darn. Okay, it looks like these guys might not even be playing. So why don't we Just go in here. Nope. Anybody? Let's make one quick little round. Again. E. Hit. Oh, there they all are. So you guys can see that I am getting a hit markers on these enemies and all of that nice jazz. One thing that I would like to see on certain weapons is quick, like dual mag or something like that, because these weapons, especially the AUGs, need it. They're really terrible. The AUG can kind of penetrate through certain walls, can't really. I'm pretty sure that it shoots a 5.56. Alright, and we're out. You guys can see how good I am with the Desert Eagle. Alright, and I'm just going to grab this, and then we'll press F5. So Desert Eagle can basically kill anybody in like 2 shots, which is awesome for a pistol. Although it doesn't have that good of an ammo. Alright, there we go. Somebody got us. Somebody said, "Ayapkai." Alright, let's go. So, now if we take off all of these attachments on it, you guys, stop it. You guys will see just kind of how awesome this is. So it already comes with a attachment, although you can't use it and it doesn't really give you all of the attachments on it. It's okay. So the first AUG comes with a sight. It's a combat sight, which is okay, but not the best. You guys can see somebody up in that window there. Got a few shots off on them. So it is a little bit less accurate, and this isn't a good one to start off with the AUG A3, just because it is a kind of an SMG, not really a good full-on assault rifle. It's not gonna be your standard M16, and it's not gonna definitely be your standard M4. This is a lighter weapon, a smaller weapon, a more compact weapon. So I suggest just using it like a SMG, you know, hip firing it, spraying it, and killing for days. Alright, let's see if we can find anybody else. I'm not seeing anybody else. Never mind, I take that back. Alright, he got me. So that was it without any attachments. And I don't remember how many guns I still use. So if we go weapon loadout, our attachments, I use compensator, I use, oh, thank you, I use the PKAS, and I use the vertical grip. I also use the green laser. And for our final weapon, I use the honey badger. Now you guys can see that I use the LA82, but it was not a good weapon. It was super weak, like 28 to 25 damage. Now that is good in the case that it can shoot pretty far and it's pretty accurate, but if you take into account that it's at a 700 RPM and the damage, it's just not a good one to use. So that's why I suggest using the honey badger, because although it's got the range, it's got a suppressor, it's not super accurate, but it's got enough damage where it can pin down somebody. So this is one of the weapons that I suggest using. This is also an SMG, so like the AUG A3, I suggest using a heavy weapon. It's just like the Asvail as well, use a heavy weapon. But if you're using AK, FAMAS, if you're using this one, or the Scar L, I always suggest using, for a secondary, the M1911, Glock 17, M9, Glock 18, M93R, or sometimes the Tech 9. But that is it. So let's hop into this match. This is going to be our last little thing for today. And this is going up on Tuesday, which is kind of odd for you guys. It's a very odd day for you guys to see a video because I only post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, that's going to start to change as I'm going to start adding some more series as more of you guys are subscribing and liking my channel. So that guy is using Scar PDW. That is another one that you guys should treat as an SMG. Alright, let's continue pressing on. Got him. So the awesome thing with this is it is super accurate, but look, we can kill so far away, and it's nice and accurate, as I say again. And the best bonus of this is that it is already pre-suppressed. Guys, see how fast I'm dropping some of these people? Now, although that is my big problem, the accuracy on this, which I'm thinking in order to fix that is trying to kill a lot more and get that stubby grip, because I'm probably not going to buy it. And we got another guy, and this gun uses 5.56 ammo, which is just as abundant as like the Scar L. I think the AUGs use a different type of ammo, so it's not going to be as usable, but whatever. That's my main reason to use this. Sorry guys, I cannot talk today. It's just been a long day having to do a bunch of videos for you guys, so I'm so sorry. You guys probably saw me having to kind of mess around and talk a lot during my last few videos, so sorry about that. And a update video will be coming to the channel soon. I have a few things to tell you guys, ask you guys, so hopefully you guys will like that. Please tell me you guys' opinions on that video once it comes out. Alright, nice folding grip. I never use the folding grips. I don't know why. Mainly because I haven't read the pluses and minuses of it, but that is it. Alright, so last but not least, we're going to change our attachments up. Oh, not our camo. Shh. What am I doing? Alright, take that off. Not the barrel. That, and we're going to take off that. So this has kind of the standard M4 sights. Not the M16 M4, but the M4 standard M4. It seems a little bit more accurate without all these attachments on it. Although you guys can see, just because it is a suppressed weapon, that is bouncing. It's bouncing a lot. So that was it for our little kind of fun show there. So this is all of our assault rifles. So to go over them, I use the Honey Badger, I use the AUG A3, the AK, the FAMAS, the M16, the Scar L, and the Asvale. These are all the ones that I've basically used throughout my time. I did use the AK-12 for a little bit, but I didn't quite care for it. This one is a good one if you can use it as an SMG, so I highly recommend this one. Otherwise, try to get the Scar L. Scar L is a nice little kind of low-level gun for you guys. If you guys do make it over to rank 31, make sure to pick up this bad boy. It is a nice-looking gun. And if you guys get any higher, FAMAS, AK-47, and the Honey Badger. Oh, and also, don't forget about the AUG A3. Even though that has got a terrible reload rate, it is still pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been our little gun video for assault rifles. Why don't you guys hop on over to the next video on tomorrow or on Thursday, which Thursday will be another one of this, and it will be probably on the battle rifle and the carbine, because I only have one battle rifle on. So we will get into that next time, and I'm so sorry that this is kind of a long video, but you guys are welcome to watch it.